Now I'm pretty much only fishing for mackerel today because it's a lovely warm day, and if bass come in chasing mackerel, I won't say no if I catch them. But I'm only fishing for mackerel today, and I got feathers on here with fairly big hooks. Now I always used to use small hooks, and last night when I was fishing down here, I had a few taps, but I couldn't land anything. It was a bit embarrassing, really. I had I don't know, 3, 4, 5 maybe, good strong fish on the line, and then all of a sudden they jump off. So today I've chosen to use bigger hooks, and only 3 feathers. So this is kind of my style of fishing. So I'm going to cast out not very far, just over there, doesn't need to go very far. Let it sink. I usually count about 3 seconds, some people say 10 seconds. That's right if you've got deep water. If you haven't, 3 seconds is long enough. And then start reeling it in, taking up the slack, reeling it in, taking up the slack. And if you reel it in too slow, and it if you look at the end of that rod and it bounces around, it's only hitting the bottom of it's hitting the sand, it's going along the seabed. And doing this, if anything should hit it, you'll know it. You will know. That rod will vibrate on the end. There we go. And you'll know if something's interested in it. And I cast in different places, working from left to right in an arc, just seeing whether anything is swimming around in a different place. And I usually leave about 30 feet in between that arc. You can chop and change. The thing about fishing, it's up to you, isn't it? You can try different things, and you don't know. If they're there and you're lucky, you'll catch. The float that I'm using, I've just put I've got ragworm to use up, but I've just put a sand eel on that. And the chap that was here said, he said he's only going to put the sand eels back in the water for the crabs to eat, which is always a good idea. If you've got any old leftover bait and you're not going to use it, just bung it in the water. The crabs will eat it, and that helps everything then. But he gave me what he did have of the sand eel, which is about 3 of them. So that's what I put on there. And there was also another really nice chap here as well, and he caught a I want to say it was a whelk, you know, it might have been a whelk, but at least he didn't blank, you know. He did catch that whelk. But you just meet such lovely people when you're fishing. I don't think I've ever met any bad people when I'm fishing. I've met people where I thought, oh right, they're pushing me out of the way here, and you know, I'm fishing for everybody, so I always, if somebody's fishing, I ask them whether it's okay for me to fish, and I stay out of their way, you know. But temptation is great when you want to catch something, I know that. Oh well, still not a lot happening, but this is the best side of the weekend, and I should be going fishing a little bit later on with somebody. So I'm really looking forward to that. Then I will be using, well, crab. Be using a little bit of peeler crab, and I'll be using the, I've got some frozen black lug. I could use a little bit of that. But basically I'll be using some ragworm. Now we're going out that way. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Draw it all in. Now I do know this area, and I do know that here it can be a little bit rocky. So I don't really want to get snagged up. I'm going to reel this in faster than what I would do normally. Although the fish can't half swim, you know, if they're out there, they will catch that. I won't be able to reel as fast as they can swim, definitely. Good. Well, it hasn't snagged up. And then I'll start all over again. And go down this side, walk along here. Hey. Always look in the water. The water's full of sand hills. Camera won't pick this up, but all down there, there's just lots and lots of sand hills. So anything that wants to feed on sand hills, why would he feed on a dead sand hill on the bottom of a fishing line when he's got all those there that he can have fun with trying to catch them? Bail arm off, finger locked in there, that's that. Cast out that way, not very far, doesn't need to be. 3 seconds, and we start reeling it in again. Now, where were we? Right, we were over there, weren't we? That's right, we're going to try over here. And the float I've cast out, and I cast it out quite some distance because it's drifting. The tide's going out now, so the tide's pulling it out slowly. But it's drifting right out there, and it would drift off to the right, which would be brilliant because I can fish to the left. And if anything wants it, I'll be able to see. That rod, like, you know, look, it's a carp rod, but it fits down there perfectly. Absolutely perfect. If anything was to bite that, I wouldn't lose that rod. If anything was to bite it. Well, here we go again. Just a gentle cast out, nothing too fantastic. 3 seconds or so. Now I know there's sand over there, so I'm okay to start pulling this in. And sometimes, if I know there's sand, look, if you can see that it's bouncing along the bottom there. If I know it's, I don't know whether you can see that on the end of there, but it's just bouncing along. But the fish will sometimes feed down the bottom of the bed, you know, they'll feed right at the very bottom, and I have been able to catch gurnards and all the rest of it because they seem to feed off the bottom of the seabed. Still not caught anything, but still. I think there's people going in diving there. Down there, I bet that's good fun. Because the water's quite clear. And it's very rocky over there, so probably quite interesting to go diving amongst those rocks. I might try a bit of snorkeling sometime. What I have done with feathers, I think it's cheating, but you know, it's nice to catch something. What I have done with feathers before is put some bait on them, little bits of mackerel, and that's had some really good results. Put some bait on it, leave your feathers out there for a little bit of time, and yeah, you can catch fish like that. Baited feathers. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't fish with feathers. I love it because, you know, you're out there to try and catch things. But they'll use lures and stuff like that. Because of the, if you use a lure, it just feels so much better. You've got that single fish, and you can play the fish a little bit, and it just feels better in some respects. So they use that, and some people said, somebody said to me that you were using feathers down in Torquay, that would be cheating, really. That would they don't really go for that. I do, because I'm a beginner, and I'll be a beginner for quite a few years by the way I'm going. Here's another thing I have learnt about casting. I'm up high here, so I can afford to let the, you know, that cast out and just release it when I think I can, and I can control it a little bit because I'm up high. But if you're not up high, set yourself a target. In this case, that rock over Langston Cliff over there, which is right in front of me. I don't know if you can see that, Langston Cliff over there. I am going to aim for that and release when I think I've got to, just about 45 degrees really. So here we go. Yeah, doesn't have to be fantastic. Didn't stop at Dawlish. They're all going down to Cornwall. Bet there weren't many people on it, and nope, there's not many people on it. There's somebody there. Nice and quiet going through Dawlish, that one. Now here's something I learnt off of Ian the Starcross Wrasse Hole. When you're casting, keep one foot, well, your leading foot. So if you're in like what I call a neutral bow, left neutral bow, you then turn your foot. But that foot there, this leading foot, that one there, is the direction that your weight and the feathers are going to be cast out on. So if your foot's pointing out there, you're going to cast out that way. So good little tip, and it does work. Right. And the thing is, if you do feel a bite, everybody that goes fishing will know this, but if you're wanting to learn, it's a brilliant little hobby. I love it. But if you do feel a bite, and it's best to just whip it like that, and then wind it in. Keep on winding it in, because the mistake you can make with mackerel and feathers is you think, right, I've got one fish on the line, and I've got 5 feathers or 6 feathers, or 3 feathers in this case. I'm gonna reel it in slow, and I'll see whether I can catch another one. No, reel it in fast. As I say, the mackerel they can't half swim. They swim at 20 mile an hour, and I can't reel at 20 mile an hour. So they will catch you even if you're reeling it in really fast. A little bit further that time, but further this time because it's rocky down here, and I want to be able to, I don't want to lose my rig. And I can see all the rocks there now. So a good time to think about packing up, unfortunately. But as I say, there may be more footage this weekend, because I am going fishing, hopefully later on. That's me for this little session done. I'll make my way on back.
What have you been doing? You've got like sand and icky all over your face. Tripina.
That's the gear stick.
If it begins with tree or
And ever do, because I've caught this mackerel, we hold it over the water, alright, and we do that, ooh, and there he goes back again.
Catch
Right.
another one.
There we
I'll
go.
catch another one.
Catch a bigger one.
That was quite big, Jen.
Yeah, that's a steam train going into Timoth Station.
Free that weekend, aren't we?
I like all that. It's got all the Pullman carriages on it as well.
Do you want to do that? Have you got a
Woo.
Well, down fishing again with the Starcross Wrasse Hole. This time it's a little bit more of a lesson in sea fishing. Well, shore fishing then, let's put it that way. Very, very windy, very blowy. Using mackerel tipped off with squid. Well, this is Ian. Now we got something on there. I mean, this is probably going to be a huge fish, but there he is. First catch to Ian, and it's just it's gone high tide, and it's getting dark now. So let's have a look at what he's got. One of the downsides to it is, he's got my line. He's got my line definitely, but he's got a dogfish. So if he lifts it up over, oh dear. Well, it is only a dogfish, but it's still a fish, and it is still first fish to Ian. Well, we're just setting up. 2 rods in a moment there. Just got to put that 15-foot one together. Hello, Ian. And we've got the Starcross Wrasse Hole down there, and a little bit of evening fishing. So yeah, see how well we do. Lovely evening, absolutely gorgeous. Well, Ian's using, I think he's using a brand new rod there, and he's just got a brand new reel as well. So he's trying that out. He's put a 5-ounce weight on it, and he's just cast out. It'd be somewhere where those people are out there water skiing, and he's just reeling it in. Good idea to do that. It gets all the line stretched to a certain extent as well. So that's he seems quite happy with it because he's coming on back. Good. Right, we've got big excitement going on here. I mean, big excitement. Ian's caught something, so let's take a look at what he's caught. Looks like seaweed from here, but it won't be. It will be a fish, you can almost guarantee that. We'll have a little look at what he's got. Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh, what's that then, Ian? Oh, a little schoolie bass, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, well, there we go. First catch to Ian. He'll get them all cleaned up in a minute and put him back. Yeah, little schoolie bass. Oh, well, shows they're eating out there. So they're hungry, aren't they? Oh, well done, Ian. This is what we want. Good result, though. Right, give him a bit of a clean. And there he is. I'll take a photograph of you with it, Ian. Hang on then. Right, you got a smile, Ian. Well, Ian's given me the pleasure of putting this one back. So he's already stabbed me a little bit. Go on, boy. Now, when the water comes in, he'll be gone. Oh, he knows where he is. He's got his bearings, and he's gone. Now, the Starcross Wrasse Hole just caught that bass, albeit a little bit schoolie bass, but he's just caught that on a bit of crab, and I can see him walking up towards me now, so I better go because I've just done some bait and it's crab, and see whether I can catch a bass.